All right.
Are you sitting up, or should we just?
Do I not look like it? Maybe because I'm twisted.
You sure are.
I set you up all the time, don't I?
Yeah. Well, let me. Let me. Oh boy, let me set this up.
No. Am I sitting up straight now?
Yeah. Okay. Pretty good. Like a little majorette. You know.
Okay.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch at Pittsburgh Musical Theater, Gargara Theater in the West End. I think the most entertaining part of this review is going to be my attempting to explain what this show is about.
Yes, I have a vague idea, but I really would like you to explain the plot because it's a little unclear to me.
Even having seen it, yeah, I can understand. So, it's a rock show. Okay. I mean, it's very much a rock musical, but it's literally you're attending a rock concert performed by Hedwig and the Angry Inch. That's the
name
band.
of the group.
Right. And
Wait, Gladys Knight and the Pips, there's actually Angry Inches behind him when he's singing?
Yeah,
the backup singers?
A real stretch for a comparison, but
okay.
But yeah. But the central figure of this band is Hedwig. And in fact, she is the primary performer in the show. And throughout this concert that you hear her interesting backstory, and in fact that she began her life as a man in Germany and became transgender through a somewhat botched process and ended up with just an Angry Inch.
Oh.
So that's kind of how that's kind of where they come from. It's a real Dr. Phil afternoon story, and told kind of through her stories through this rock and roll performance.
Through the actual songs.
Right.
They tell the story.
Well, a little bit. I mean, the songs are a little more poetic, but she monologues in between them, and there's a lot of humor. A lot and. Certainly.
Is it a little risque?
Oh yeah. Well,
okay.
You don't think there was anything even slightly taboo in what I just explained to you?
Well, they could have presented it.
I recommend it for kids, the whole family. Yeah.
No, not that. Okay.
No, yeah. I should make it clear that I'm joking.
Okay.
It's very unique. It I think opened off Broadway in 1998. Book by John Cameron Mitchell, music and lyrics by Stephen Trask, and then I think in the early 2000s it became a film. For the stage production, I mean, you don't just do this show. You've really got to do this show. And I think that no matter how good your technical elements of it are, no matter how great it looks, no matter how good the music is, and in this production, they were all excellent, your production is only going to be as good as your Hedwig, because it is that actor that carries the whole show. There's no way around that. And in this production, Hedwig is Braden Chapman, who is very well known as the drag persona Mimi I'm First from RuPaul's Drag Race fame. And he's performed all around the country, all around the world, and gotten a lot of attention for that. And in fact, we had him on for Vivant a couple of weeks ago.
I was going to mention that. I enjoyed that interview.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a fascinating
Very
guy. And, one of the questions that I, most wanted to ask him is, with all the diverse work that you have done on stage in your own, cabaret performances, what do you consider yourself? An artist, an actor, a drag, performer? And, we got into how drag certainly had changed his life and career, but I don't know as if I ever actually got a specific answer to that. But after seeing him in this, production, I feel that an appropriate answer to that is a performer. He is a performer. This is a performance. He is very comfortable, handling that stage. He can carry a show. He, is completely himself. A consummate performer. And you can really tell that, he's got the talent and energy to carry that off. the tricky thing with that is when you are playing a character on stage who is a character on stage, the authenticity, I think, is at jeopardy of getting lost sometimes, because of the performer playing a performer
instead of just getting up there and performing a role.
There being a rock concert, there's a lot of musical numbers that bam, shout at you. And by the way, on the subject of the music, I personally, with my own musical tastes, cannot think of a more diverse soundtrack, a more diverse album. There are songs in this that are offensive to my ears because it's like rah, rah, like shouting rock and roll. But there are others that, again, in my own personal music taste, are among my favorite songs of all time. Really, I mean, they're beautiful, they're poetic. I mean, it runs the gamut. And the band, by the way, in Pittsburgh Musical Theater's production was excellent. I mean, the music is fantastic, very talented. So just with that diversity of music, there is a huge diversity of emotion in this. There are, huge ups and downs, talking about these stories from, her life, becoming transgender, these lost loves and things like that. And when you're basically one performer carrying that off, there needs to be, I think, a little more depth to that to get us through the 90 minutes plus no intermission of what's happening here. So I think that there was that might be why it felt it lost a little steam kind of in the last half hour, because there just weren't that many variances in that depth to kind of keep it that engaging. However, very entertaining, but I think in some ways maybe came off feeling like an imitation of what the best of all possible productions of this could be. However, a very good one. A very, very good one. I think also we want to give credit to Lacey Petrucci as Yitzhak. Wonderful actress, wonderful vocalist. You may remember her from Little Mermaid, playing Ariel, and very glamorous, and in this playing a man, essentially with a little mustache and stubble, and you look at that and just say, how fun the theater is. But she does get an opportunity to really wail and show off her talent in this as well. You really do feel like you're at a underground, grungy rock concert, like a group touring from Detroit, and it's late night in the West End. The show starts at 10 at night, so you kind of feel like performances start at 10. I believe so, yeah. So if if you're unfamiliar with this show and you're expecting a traditional musical, you will be disappointed. That is not what this is. I think if you go in with an open mind and be ready to be entertained, you'll really enjoy it.